Your calendar looks empty. You have nothing going on in your job search. What do I do? I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm a career and leadership coach, a former recruiter. I filled a lot of positions when I worked in search, and now I coach people throughout their careers. Yes, it involves a job search, but it can involve hiring, management, leadership, or how to deal with a particular workplace issues. And in working with people who are stuck, nothing's going on, here are a few things I believe will start to generate activity. And the first thing is following up on previous things that you've done and previous people that you've spoken with who promised some sort of follow through with you. So, for example, the search firm that was meeting with someone or speaking with someone about scheduling you for an interview. Find out if that happened, and without sounding anxious, you can simply say, hey, you mentioned to me you'd be speaking with so-and-so on Friday. Want to see if that happened. Want to get a timeline about next steps. Real low key. Don't do it first thing on a Monday morning. Do it late morning, early afternoon. Don't rush into the day, because if they would have had something, they would have told you, and this becomes a way that you can remind them about follow-up. Remember, again, it's not so much getting the result, but generating the activity that can get the result. Number two is critique what you've done up until this point in your job search. What's been working? What hasn't been working yet? See if there are things you can do differently that will give you a positive result. Think about it for a second. If you're not sure, talk with some of your friends, people you've met in the job search process, former colleagues with whom you have a good relationship with, and see what their thoughts are. Number three, create activity for yourself by networking, finding local groups, talk to people who you know. Just talk to people. Apply to jobs. And I want to remind you, job applications are not the ideal route to go. I hate them, but we're just trying to generate some activity for you so you build some momentum. And if you're going to apply to jobs, make sure you tailor your resume for each individual position. You look at 3 job descriptions, they're not identical. The same resume isn't going to make the case in 3 dissimilar positions. Tailor your resume. Number 4, listen, watch, and learn. Listen to podcasts, watch videos, learn what you don't know about job search. It's more important that you take activity, but you also want to be learning as you go along. LinkedIn Learning has information. I mentioned my blog. I've got more than 12,000 posts at this point that you can watch, listen to, or read at thebiggamehunter.us. You can go to the site, go to the blog, go exploring. There's just a lot there. Number 5, stay out of the refrigerator and take a walk, a run. Do something to keep your motor on high. If you've got exercise equipment in the house, make sure you're exercising each day. Don't burn yourself out, but get yourself going. You know what that can be like. And if you haven't done exercise in a long time, get out and do a walk. Go find some place that you enjoy walking. Get out for an hour and get some exercise in. Number 6, do things to get discovered. It's always better if they're coming to you than you're chasing them. Write an article, make sure it has keywords in it that someone doing a Google search might find you. Where do you publish it? LinkedIn, of course. You can publish something and connect it to your profile. It's easy to do. Make sure it's of high quality so that in this way people will read it and notice it. Remember, share the article after you wrote it. Share it with your network on all platforms. That could be LinkedIn, it can be Facebook, it can be on Twitter, wherever it is you're connected. Try sharing the article because it will help people discover you. Find a podcast to appear on. Many of you are in professions where you have knowledge and experience that will be attractive to podcast hosts. Don't know which ones to go to? Yes, you can be using search on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts to find relevant shows, but there are a lot of B shows, B-level shows, and C-level shows that you should also try to get on. You can find out about them at a site like matchmaker.fm, and that's spelled matchmaker.fm, and Podmatch. There are other sites like that. Do a Google search. These are sites that have information about hosts and guests that can appear on podcasts. Lastly, hire a coach. Don't figure it out by yourself. You're obviously doing something wrong. If the first 6 things work and you can generate activity, great. If not, get a coach to support you and figure it out with you and help you get results. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman. Again, my website is thebiggamehunter.us. Like I said, the blog has a lot there. You can schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule time for coaching, find out about my courses and books and guides about job search. There's a lot there to help you. And if this isn't the right time for you to do it, put the address in your phone, thebiggamehunter.us, my name, Jeff Altman, and in the notes field, put the phrase job search blog. It'll allow you to come back to it. You'll find it in your phone and be able to go to the blog for help. Lastly, connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/thebiggamehunter. Make it a terrific day. Be great. Take care.